Hi everyone, I just wanted to do a quick review of this year's kikki.K Christmas Organiser. I wanted to do a comparison from last year's organiser to this year's. So as you can see, they're both the same size. This year though, they've changed it up a little bit. I am not happy about the changes, and so let's talk about that. And if you buy these organisers, tell me what you think. I'd really like to know. So let's go page by page. The design this year is different. They've had this design for the last few years, but this year they've changed it up. I actually like this design. It's very festive still. It's got the Christmas colours, and I love also that it's a little bit different from the last 2 years. Okay, so you've still got the plastic sleeves on the side where you can put your receipts or whatever. You've got your planning page. Everything is the same. The font is a little bit different, but the quote is the same. This page, everything is still the same. I feel though that they've taken away the design and given you a lot more room to write. Everything is the same with regards to what it says. This is still the same as well. They've made the writing a little bit bigger, so as you can see here, this writing is a little bit bigger, and it just fills the page out more. The quote is the same. Still the same. They've made the font a little bit bigger as well, and you can see there's less room to write in this year's planner. So you've got your monthly page, and again it's the same. So you've got your Sundays are a big box, so is the Saturdays, they're a big box, and then your weekdays are a smaller box. Okay, so that's still the same, and again they've made the font bigger and they've given you less room to write. The November monthly, still the same. Your to-do list, again they've made it bigger and given you less room to write. Your December monthlies are the same. Your ribbon is a bit different. You can see the ribbon here is ribbed, and it is a lot thicker than the previous ribbon. And the ribbon is also darker this year than the previous one. Okay, so your Christmas budget. On this page, again, they've made the font bigger and they've given you less room compared to last year's. On this side, it seems like they've given you one line extra. That's all. This side looks bigger, but they've given you one extra line. This page is exactly the same. Again, they've made the quote a little bit bigger, but overall that's the same. Your Christmas cards, on this page they've made the writing bigger again, and again they've given you less room to write. And they've also taken away your to-dos. So last year you get your started and your completed, and this year they have taken that away, but they've still given you the circles to check, your check circles. I prefer this. But tell me what you think. On this page, it's exactly the same, but again, they've made it bigger so that they've covered more page. And again, with this, it's exactly the same. Okay, so your Christmas card checklist, it's different. So here you've got your last year, you've got the name, which is the same. You've got your written and your sent check boxes, which they didn't provide this year. But what they've added is the address. For me, I would prefer the written and the sent check boxes rather than just the check box. But that's just me. Over here, they've given you, like I said, they've given you the name and the address and a checkbox, and they've taken away the written and the sent. Which means, let me just check, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You've got 14 names last year, and you've got 7. So they've halved. I guess they've added the address, so they've halved the amount of people that you can write in it. Why do they change things? Like, I understand the address, that's a good idea, but the written and the sent, I don't understand why they would take that out. Okay, so you get 1, 2, 3. You get 3 Christmas card checklists, which is exactly the same amount as last year. Okay, so the next page, again, it's exactly the same, except they've spread that out, made the font bigger, and made it a full page instead of a 3/4 page. Okay, so now we get to our gifting checklist. And again, it's exactly the same, except they've enlarged the font and spread it out more so you get a full page rather than the 3/4 page over here. And then on this side, again, the same thing. They've made the font bigger and given you less room to write. And again, they have deleted the started and completed checklist, and they've just given you one checklist, which again I am not happy about. Now we've come to our gift ideas, and this was my favorite page in the whole book. I cannot tell you how disappointed I am that this has been changed. So you still get your name, your budget, and your ideas. You still get your age and your size. They've deleted the actual, what you actually spent, and they have made it smaller as well than last year's. My idea for this year is to not only write obviously their names, the ideas, and what I actually spent. But my idea was also to take a photo of the presents that I bought, and before I wrapped them, I would have printed them out on a sprocket and then stuck them in here. So, for example, for Mum's gift, I bought her perfume and printed it out on the sprocket. So it has a photo of what I bought, how much it cost, and who I bought it for. And I thought of sticking it on there, but not going to happen. It's just too small. But in saying that, also, when you go to last year's, it still would have been too small. Like, I'd have to cut that down to size anyway, because that's just really disappointing. Well, that was my big idea, but I'm going to have to play around with that. Maybe I could still do it. So last year's was a lot bigger. You get 4 lines of ideas, and this year you only get 1.5 lines of ideas. I hate that so much. I cannot tell you how disappointed I am about this. But I'm just going to have to deal with it. Okay, in saying all that though, you still get 1, 2, 3 pages of the gift ideas. You've still got your stocking fillers. And again, oh my God, they have reduced the size significantly, as you can see. Oh man, that just does my head in. Okay, oh my God. Oh, yeah. What do you do? All right, so they have reduced your ideas, but then they've given you more people to write for. So last year you get 2 people to a page. This year you get 4 people in a page. So again, you've got 1. So that's the only page of stocking fillers. So last year you only got 4 people for stocking fillers, and this year you're getting 7 for stocking fillers. Then your final gift list, they've changed it again. So last year you get purchase made, tick, wrapped, tick, received, tick. This year they have deleted the wrap checkbox, which I hate also, because I love when you purchase something, you tick it, and then you wrap it, tick it. Oh, why do they do this? I don't understand. Anyway, so other than that, not much difference. You still get the same lines from last year. They've just taken away your wrap tick box. And you only get 1 page of that as well. The My Wish list, let's see. The only thing that they have changed in this page is the gift. So last year you get 2 lines for the gift. This year you only get 1 line. You still get the store and you still get the price. But instead of 2 lines, you only get 1 line for your gift wish list. So on this, the other thing as well is last year you only get 8 wish list. This year they've added an extra one, so you get 9 wish list for this year. This is the same. Again, they've made the font bigger. Again, they've made the font bigger and made it an entire page instead of having a blank space down here. Your to-dos changed again. You started and you completed last year. This year, you only just get the 1 checkbox. Again, they've enlarged the font and given you less room to write compared to last year. Okay, so this is exactly the same. So this is your inspiration. You get 2 blank pages, exactly the same as last year. Your inspiration page is exactly the same. Your Christmas menu ideas. So again, they've made the font bigger. They've given you less lines to write on, but then they've added more lines on this page, and they've taken away the decoration. So you get 1 page for your canapes and your entrees and your drinks, 1 page for your mains, 1 page for your sides, and 1 page for your desserts. Again, you get your quote. They've enlarged the font again, and they made it bigger. But then this is your menu or your recipe page. It's exactly the same as last year. They've just made this a little bit bigger and spread it out a little bit more. Your final Christmas menu. Again, they've changed it up. Last year, you get your courses. You have canapes and entree recipes and your main recipes on this page. Last year you also got a couple of lines, I guess, to write the food that you're going to prepare. You also have make on the date and the ingredients bought and your checkbox. This year, they don't have your courses this year. Instead, they have the item. So I suppose the food you're going to make, your make on date, your ingredients required, and then they've deleted the ingredients bought and the checklist. So that's what they've changed on that. And they have also taken away your courses. So you get 2 pages of the final menu. And again, last year you got side recipes, dessert and drink recipes. And this year it's just your food item. I thought I had bought a spare one of these, and it turns out I didn't, and I wish I bought a few of these. I'm not liking this year's Christmas Organiser at all. Alright, so your recipe index, it is different. You still have your recipe and where to find it, but they have deleted the page. So if you have a recipe book and you wanted a recipe last year, you could write down the page. This year, I suppose, well, you can put the book, your recipe book, I suppose, but they've deleted the page number. You get one page of that. Your shopping list, the same for your pantry. They've just given you extra lines this year. The next page is exactly the same. They've just given you more lines on this page. This is changed. So last year you've got house and home. This year it says joyous home, but the quote is exactly the same. They've just made it bigger and changed it up a little bit so it looks bigger on this page. Again, they've made the font a little bit bigger and they've used the whole page instead of having a space on the bottom. Your to-dos, again, they have enlarged the font, given you less room to write, and deleted the started and your completed. They've just given you one check. They've just given you one check box, I suppose, for when you complete it. I really prefer the last year's. On your next page, you've got your inspiration, which is exactly the same. It's just a blank page. You get 2 pages of those. Your cleaning and your organizing. This again is different. Last year you had your task, the room, who you're going to assign it to, and completed. This year you only have your task and who you assigned it to and you're completed. So they have deleted the room column. The table setting, they have given you less room to write compared to last year. They have deleted the started and the completed. You just get your completed checkbox. Do it yourself projects. Let's see. Last year, there was more last year, or more lines last year. But they've changed it from project to item this year. They've deleted the completed, but you still get your completed checkbox. Your decorations. So instead of last year they had decoration, this year you've got item. Again, they've deleted the started and the completed. Oops. They've deleted that and given you less room to write. Can't turn a page. Your gratitude page. So that one still the same, except they've just spread it out a little bit more compared to last year. Your grateful page. They've given you more room to write on this side this year. It's the same quote. Random acts of kindness. Again, they've just spread it out so you get pretty much nearly all the page compared to last year. And on this page, your random acts of kindness. Just compare that. It's exactly the same as last year, except last year they have complete, and this year you just have your check boxes. Your reflection and your dreaming page is the same. For the new year, it's exactly the same, but on this page, again, they have deleted the started and completed. They've just given you one checkbox, and again, they've given you less room to write. Reflection, they've given you less room to write. But the sentiments are exactly the same. And then on this page, the sentiments are exactly the same. They've just given you one extra line, and the rest is the same. Dream then do. Okay, so this is a little bit different. So last year you've got what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail, which is the same as what they've got here. What dreams and goals are you working towards right now? So that's the same. What dreams and goals would you like to achieve in the next 12 months? It's the same. What areas of your life would you like to work on to gain a greater sense of being? The same. Okay, the same. I thought it was different, but it's exactly the same. Okay, you give thanks. They've changed it again. You've got your name and address, which is the same. Last year, you've got your written and your sent check boxes. This year, you just get one check box. And this year, they have given you more names to write on as well. And the end. So, what do I think of this book? I don't love it. I don't love the changes that they made. I'm really disappointed with it. I don't know why they would change something that was working well. But I don't know what to say. I am disappointed. But I have it now, and I just have to make it work for me. Yeah, that gift ideas page, that was the most disappointing. But anyway, that is my point of view. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Anyway, that's me for now, and I'll chat again later. Bye.